In the spring of 2018, my law firm received a telephone call from a woman who was speaking Portuguese and hysterically crying, trying to explain to us that she had entered the United States over the border from Mexico, and that her child had been removed from her arms and put into a cage-like structure where she could see the child, but she wasn't allowed to talk to him, and she certainly couldn't touch him. And when she woke up the next morning, he and all the other children were gone, and nobody could tell her where her son was. She told us that she was out of her mind trying to find her son, and that she had been flown here to Massachusetts against her will. She insisted to the authorities that she was not leaving Texas until she knew where her son was, and they said that they also didn't know where he was, and that she would be flying to Massachusetts because she had a distant relative here in Massachusetts. And when she got off the plane, one of the first calls she made was to my law firm. Evidently, she had received the name of my law firm from a friend before she even arrived in the United States. And so she called, and we were in shock. Of course, we had been reading about the president's separation of parents and children and feeling terrible about it, not sure how we were going to be able to help. And suddenly, here was a woman asking for help. We quickly mobilized, and I assigned 2 lawyers and 1 paralegal who spoke Portuguese full-time to help this woman. And over the course of just 1 week, we were able to help her locate the child, contact the government authorities, and when they refused to release the child, at our expense, we flew the 1 lawyer and a paralegal to Chicago, where the child was being held. We filed lawsuit in federal court in Chicago, and not 24 hours later, a federal judge, for the first time, reunited a parent and child, forcing the government to hand over the child. It was very exciting and very gratifying. Before we could turn around, we were inundated with calls from not just the media, but other mothers and fathers who had been separated from their children. And within the next 5 months, we successfully helped reunite 11 parents with their children. I'd rank that as the most interesting, exciting, and gratifying moments of my career.